All right. If you are in class, you are welcome. And please make sure you are with a paper to jot down one or two things. Please do make sure that your you put down in the comment section in case you have questions so that we can answer those questions and see what we can do. Please do locate where you can give a thumb up and see what you can do there. Remember, if you have a comment to make in the comment section, do write down so that we'll be able to attend to all the comments. Okay, I would like to go straight to what we have. You see, AI has come to stay, whether we like it or not. And for us to do well in whatever we do, we have to get used to it. One advice I would like to advise us is that anytime you see any form of learning, just key in. Whether you've known it before, once you see people learning, just be part of it. The more you learn, the more you get used to it. Even if that thing you have, you know, you have um, you have seen it before, you have you have you've learned it before, there is still something to learn. So you have to be part of any learning so that you can be perfect in what you are doing. Okay, so I will go straight to our business today. From time to time I will be running this free AI class, but in case anybody needs a personal class, you can book a class with me and I will take you one on one on AI. So make sure you locate a very good position where the network is very good. And when it comes to digital skills, to be honest, there is much to learn. And so that you equip yourself with, enough knowledge. You learn here and there. A wise man says, you sow your seed in the morning, in the afternoon, and in the evening. You don't know which one will do well. So you learn here and there. You learn and you learn and you learn and you learn. One day, all that you are learning will be useful. Okay? So by the grace of God, between now and 7, we have much to do. So I may be using these two, ChatGPT and Copilot. Even if possible, we can also use what do we call it? Meta AI. That is on WhatsApp. Meta AI. So we could also use it. At least we have three, right? We have three that we could use: Meta AI, ChatGPT, and Copilot. Okay. So as someone who wants to grow, I have talked about monetization. Monetization is simply turning what you know or already, turning it into money. How can you use WhatsApp to make money? How can you use YouTube to make money? How can you use Facebook to make money? So many things. How can you turn your gift or your talent into money? That thing you can do. How can you make money online? And that's what we are talking about. How can I turn what I know into making money. So if you give yourself some time to it and you develop yourself, okay, for myself, I never knew that I could turn my gift into something that I could make money online. Either I monetize it, either see, let me tell us, anytime you are talking about monetization, when they say WhatsApp monetization, you are using WhatsApp to gather customers, and out of those customers, creating a group, a WhatsApp group for them. Any information you have, you give it to them. Anybody that patronize you, you have just monetized your WhatsApp. It's not more than that. That means through WhatsApp, you make money. Through Facebook, you make money. That is monetization, turning your talent into something very good. And that's what we are talking about. So for those of us, when we talk about digital skills, like for example, this what I am doing now, I have the gift, a skill of teaching, right? And maybe teaching people. And now, for the moment, I am using YouTube. For some of us, we are using Google, we are using WhatsApp, and so on. Now I'm using YouTube to do it. So it is part of the digital skills. How come am I using YouTube to teach us now? It's a digital skill. So many of us may not be able to do it, but you can learn it. You can learn that digital skill. You can learn it. Okay. So we want to come to ChatGPT to see how we could do some things for ourselves this evening. Okay, so just load your GPT. You have the free GPT, you have the paid for. You can pay for it so that you can have access to it. Okay, so for ChatGPT as AI, you can decide to introduce yourself to it, but anytime you are using it, you use it as per the person. You can use it as a graphic designer, you can use it as a teacher, you can use it to generate as anybody. Okay, in some of our classes, anytime there is a way you use AI and it will answer you perfectly, though there are sometimes AI can be having issues. I think it is called hallucination. Okay, it make it, it can reply you in a language you don't even understand. So at such a point, you reprompt it, you twist your prompt again, or start a new conversation. So the best way, most times, that if you want to get the best out of AI, any AI you are using, is you can just discuss with it, brainstorm with it. Okay, you just brainstorm with it. So let's start something like this. For example, I can decide to tell AI that I have a program that I want to do. So I will start something like that. So I will just say hi, for example, and once I say hi, it will respond, right? If I say hi, it will respond. So it has responded to me, and I continue the discussion. I want to brainstorm with it. I want to talk. I want to discuss what I want to do with it. So I can just say, um, I I have upcoming free, let's say free training. I wonder why my E is not coming up. Upcoming free training. Wow. Okay. Upcoming free training. My keyboard. Why will my keyboard misbehave? I'll sort it out. And my mic will not be working at the moment. Upcoming. Hmm. to do my writing. Unfortunately, my keyboard is not functioning, so I'm going to use my speaker, my keyboard speaker, to attend to it. I want to see. Okay, we have a quite number of people. Please, if you are here, remember to give a thumb up for the class. So let me use my keyboard speaker. What AI will do. My keyboard was not working, so I decided to use the microphone of my keyboard. I want to send this. So let's see what it will bring for us. Let me send it. See the suggestions. I've not asked it to design. Remember that. So do not, oh, I didn't ask it to design, but it's designing. But I want to see how it will do that. So you could actually do that same thing. If I was to work directly with it, I am online and I am. If I was to work directly with it, it will not go straight in creating the flyer. It should be able to wait for me because I said it should wait. So, but this is a prompt I have given to it. So let's see how it will do it. Why this one is working? Why this one is working? I will go to another AI, which is, let's say, Copilot. and see what we can do with it. This time, this one, I am acting as a graphic designer, and okay, it's coming up with something. Okay, very good. Most of the AI design flyers nowadays is um, is always in this format. So you can now see what it gives to me. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Okay, so with this is good enough, and truly I'm going to use this flyer on the 14th of February, God willing. The same time, I'm going to use this. Okay, I just use AI to generate this flyer for the next training. Okay, so I'm going to save it and I will forward it again for our next class. So everyone who is in class, by now you should know our next class where we are going to do some training. Okay, please remember to just give a thumb up for this training and also make your comment as well in the comment section. So in our next class, I will be able to see how I can answer your questions and so on. Just give a thumb up, then give your comments in the comment section so that in our next class on the 14th of February, by this time, I am going to answer all your questions. Maybe you could say, how can I do this with AI? How can I do this with AI? And so on. Then I will see to it that your comments or your questions are being attended to. Please remember to give a thumb up. It's just part of the training. Okay, we've seen this. I want to start a new chat. And this is how to create a flyer. I just told us if my keyboard was working, I will show us how you can just be discussing with it. You can just be discussing and just until the final area, when you are not satisfied, you can now tell AI to go ahead. Don't always rush, especially those of us who are teachers. Don't always rush to give AI and it's going to be garbage in, garbage out. Don't always rush to do it. Okay, don't always rush. Okay, so let's see what we can do now again. So I'm going to start a new chat. I think I've downloaded this, if I'm not mistaken. I think I've saved it. And if I haven't, I will still get it. So I want to start a new chat and to see how. So I want to use my microphone again since my keyboard is need all that. It started recording the things I don't need. So let me remove this. So these are things you could do. If you are tired of typing, you can use your keyboard speaker to do that. Okay. So for this, I just use my speaker to attend to read. I'm a class teacher. This is my prompt. I'm a class teacher in primary 5. You know, I'm a class teacher. That's the role, right? That's my role. Remember, we said in AI, you must give AI a role. You must give it the task to carry out. You must also specify who the people are for. That is why I said primary 5. If I am a teacher, the content I want to create is for who? It's for primary 5 children. And that's why I said a teacher in primary 5. So I've given the audience, right? Okay. and I want to teach them. And I'm also specify that I want the teaching to be according to the Lagos State, you know, curriculum. And I think, did I give the topic? Yes, soil. That's the topic. I want to teach soil in primary 5. I want to teach soil. So these are some. And I also said I need questions for classwork, and I also need questions for, assignments. So I want to go in to see what it will give to me, and let's see what happens. Okay, this is the lesson note. For soil, the subject, even though I didn't say it, AI was able to detect that that subject soil cannot be in social studies, but it is basic science. And the class is primary 5. The topic is soil, and the subtopic it created is meaning and types of soil. You can imagine this. So it has helped me, even though there are things I didn't specify. Okay, so he says, since I didn't mention whether it is week 1 or week 2, but he was able to say, okay, as appropriate, maybe I'm taking it in my school in week 1. Okay, so and that is why it is like that. So it is just 40-minute lesson. He gave me the learning objectives. So at the end of the class, it also gave to me the entry behavior. Of course, in secular school, there is what we call the entry behavior. The entry behavior, of course, is there. Then the entry behavior, said pupils have seen soil around their homes. They have seen soil around their homes. That's the entry. So it gives you, now instructional materials are also there, because I'm a professional teacher and this is a professional note. Okay. So for school owners, for example, they can have lessons like this and put them on their Google Drive. Every teacher have access to it. You don't need to go and teach nonsense. You don't need to go and start looking for textbook here and there and so on. Remember, I told AI I was very specific. It should do it according to the Lagos State government curriculum or scheme of work. Okay? And that is what we're saying. So he brought instructional materials that should be used, say as samples of soil, clay, and loamy soil, and chart as well, and the chalkboard and chalk itself, if possible, if not marker. So the content, the meaning of soil and types of soil. So he brought it out. So let us check uses of soil. Then the step by step, how the teacher is going to present it. Remember, I'm a teacher. And that's why it is like this. Okay, I'm a teacher. Evaluation. Teacher asks pupils questions orally based on the lesson. Yes, and this is what we are talking about. Okay, so summary. There's a summary. Now look at the classwork. What is soil? Mention 2 types of soil. Okay, and then which type of soil is best for farming? And this is what we are talking about. So he create 5 questions according to what I have said that he should do. So state 1 use of soil and so on. And look at the assignment. Define soil in your own words. List the 3 main types of soil and mention 2 characteristics of sandy soil and state 2 uses and so on. So he even gave me suggestions. He said, if you want, I can also align it week by week with the Lagos State scheme, or prepare a second lesson, soil layers and soil erosion, or simplify it further for slow learners. Can you imagine? For slow learners. AI knows that there are people who are slow in learning, that they may not cope with this very one. That is another example. Please remember to state your comments in your questions on what areas that concern you, so that I will be able to have access to it and answer your questions, perhaps in our next class. Now, I want to have a new shirt. This new shirt, maybe you are a preacher. You want to teach your Sunday school as well. What can you do? What do? You still come to AI as well. And I want to, maybe I have a topic to handle. The topic is, let's say, obedience, the power of obedience to God, right? Or I would like to choose a topic like the cost, the cost and reward of total surrender to God. Okay. And let's see how I'm going to prompt it for me to have a very good lesson. So I'm going to act as a pastor now, right? I'm going to act like as the role now is a preacher of the word of God who want to take Sunday school. And what is my audience? My audience is maybe they are adults, men and women that I want. They are not children. So I'm going to tell AI my audience as well. And I also tell AI what exactly I want. Okay, so let's come. So, no, let me use my speaker. Yes. Okay. Now, sometimes when you use the the mic to speak, you will be able to speak your mind to AI, and AI will respond in such a way that very fascinating. And don't forget this. You don't need to be perfect in your typing. You know there are things to consider here that are not really straight. He has made there are mistakes in some pronunciation, collection, and so on. My speaker may not be clear. So, but AI understands all that. That is why it is called artificial intelligence. So even if as I'm speaking, you are listening to me, there are some English you may not hear properly or I didn't speak well, but you will assume that this is what I wanted to say. So AI has that ability as well. So you don't need to be perfect in your writing. So for example, let's go on with this. Okay, let's see what AI will generate for us. Now, Sunday school lesson. This is a very different approach from the class teacher. I am now a Sunday school teacher, a preacher. So it's different. So my topic, you can see that it has followed all the outline I have given to it. Okay. The text, He gave me Luke chapter 9. He gave me Romans chapter 12, Philippians 3, and Matthew chapter 19. Yes, these are the portions he gave me for the text. And he also gave me the objective that I needed. He gave me the definition I said. He gave me the main body of the lesson, point one. And I said, remember, I said 5 points. So point one, point two, point three, point four, and point five. After that, he stopped. And I said, summary. And this is the summary he gave to me. Okay. And the conclusion as well. So, and the final challenge. You see, after creating, now I want to explain this. You see, when we talk about content creating, this is the content creating we are talking about. I just created content. Are we together? These things I am doing is content I'm creating. The first flyer I did is also content that I am also creating. So content could be in form of text, which is this text we are creating. It could be in form of pictures or images, like the flyer we created. It could be in form of videos as well, okay, including voice notes or in some cases voice over. They are still content that you could create. So all that we have been doing, we have been creating, create a lesson, create a flyer. A flyer is content and so on. And that is what we are talking about. We have 11 persons on this call. Please remember to top up so that to register your presence in the class. Okay, so what do we have? Now, do you know if as a preacher, I want to more like create a sort of a flyer to this effect. Maybe this teaching, I'm going to teach it next Sunday. And I want to create a flyer. Now, look at what I'm going to tell AI to do for me. I'm not typing. You know, my keyboard, I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't need this. So I will always wait for to be on. Now, if you notice, you will notice I am talking to AI as if, I'm talking to somebody. That's the best way to use AI. Don't forget that. Don't use AI as if, remember, AI is intelligent, so he understands you. So don't use it as if yes, it's a machine, but two of you can actually discuss. That's the level you can get to in using AI. Okay. So I say it should not design. I hope it will listen to me this time. So let's wait. I pray it listens to me this time. He said, I got it. I paused before actual design. Very good. So now we have a flyer. If is that the prompt? If that matches, let me see. Said a calm, reflective, heart-opening tone that settles the class and draws them into the lesson. Not playful, not childish. Okay, let's see the flyer. Okay, okay. Could it be, say, a soft, reflective introduction to, okay, you can read aloud before the teaching. I don't need that. is a flyer, a prompt for a flyer that I need. This is the prompt, I guess. Prompt for a simple flyer. Good. This is the prompt. So AI itself can generate a prompt for you. You can see the prompt now. And I can take this prompt and take it to somewhere else, to another AI to generate it. Okay. So maybe I should take it. I'm going to copy this. I'm going to copy this to another AI. I'm still going to ask this very one, ChatGPT, to create it, but I will take it to another AI. I'm copying it. That's the prompt it gave to me. All these options and so on. So I will tell ChatGPT to design it and at the same time take the prompt to another. So I'm going to compare the two flyers. The one I like, if I like the two, I can use the two within the week. Okay. But if not, I pick the one I like. So let me ask ChatGPT to use the prompt to design or create something meaningful. Up it. I don't need to be perfect, but I guess he understands what I mean. So I'm going to send it and see what it will give to us. If he's going to give me trouble, I'll take it to another. Let me try Copilot and see what Copilot will give to us. ChatGPT, you try another AI, you keep learning the different AIs. The one that generate video, you try to learn how it